It's your boy Zappa, King of the Giant Robots, and welcome to your tactical forecast for November 2022. And 7 days from today is my birthday. Halloween has just passed, and several games have wrapped up their recordings. As such, if this is your first time here, I welcome you, for this is a video wherein we talk about the previous goings-on of the last month and the plans for this month. Currently having a bit of an issue with one of my teeth that is actually impeding my ability to talk without pain. We're getting that looked into. But we have a schedule to throw your way as we encroach upon the completion of several games in the month of November. Every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be Robot Wars F Final, to be seen at noon Central Standard Time. The estimated final episode should be on the 22nd, a Tuesday. That will finish recording this month. I have yet to record that far, but after hitting a certain point last month, the game got easier because finally we could upgrade the 10 pips on everything, and it feels like we are back in competitive, sometimes easy mode for the game, rather than being stuck fighting enemies that get to have their upgrades to the max or to at least over 5, and we get nothing. Very, very unfair. On Thursdays and Fridays for the first couple of weeks, we'll be having the final episodes of SD Gundam Battle Alliance. As of recording this, I finished recording everything but the last DLC, which should drop on the 28th, allegedly. And that will be the end of the game unless another set of DLC drops. While in the final episode, when I recorded it, I said I was going to try to make an effort to unlock the really cool, rather unique final super awesome robot. The effort to get there is not worth the time spent into it. If it were easier to get in there, or there were an online community that existed at all in the US servers, it's nothing. As I looked into, the only way anyone can ever get an online group going is if you actually coordinate it more commonly through a Steam page, like, hey, I'm grinding for this at this time, and you open up a room and people may or may not join. It's a crapshoot. Have fun. But I will not be getting the final super cool awesome unit for the final set of DLC. We'll play that DLC, observe it, take it in, and call it a wrap. As such, this means I had two options, and I've decided with the latter. The former was to spin the wheel, but rather than adding another game to my queue, I can just wrap up a game. As such, on Saturdays and Sundays on alternating days, and alternating days once SD Gundam Battle Alliance wraps up, we have compact and compact color. We will just go back and forth on them and continue to compare and contrast, and turn the contrast on and off our colors. I'm really having a fun time with it. And as of recording, for those of you who do get to show up to the streams, we've reached the halfway point. Compact only has 30 stages. Of course, playing both games versions back and forth means I've effectively made it a full-length Super Robot Wars. But we'll be alright. As such, I'm really greatly enjoying that. The last game we need to dialogue is Hero Chronicle, which will run for 3 more episodes this month and be finished. A preface, a spoiler before you get to watch the last episode, which I did stream. The archive may still be there if you want to go over to the stream channel. It was not until the last, I'd say, hour and a half that I finally started using the emulator to its emulation abilities. I set up a fast forward button. And also, there were, I guess, Game Genie codes or Game Shark codes at the top of the one and only guide on game packs. Maybe if I used a different cheat device or perhaps a different emulator, the interface with the codes were different. I know I used to use ZEON or SNES 9 or something. I used a different emulator on my laptop way back. I know how the Game Shark and Game Genie codes work on that. They work rather differently in RetroArch. So the only one that worked as intended was the code to turn off encounters. I use it for run back only. I'd gotten to a point where I achieved things and a heal point, and the only time I turned the code on was to run back to that, ran back to where I was, turned the code off, and proceeded forward. But the game is over. As such, and I realize I say as such way too damn much, but that means that we will actually now, for real, spin a wheel. On this wheel is a list of games that are not tactical or Super Robot Wars in origin. There are mecha games on here, but the extra slot on Fridays has always been largely reserved for RPGs and platformers, the non-mecha, the non-stage-based stuff. What my original plan was, and this plan was canceled and thrown out the window as of yesterday, day of recording, I had fucked around and spun a wheel on my phone and got myself genuinely interested in Super Robo Gakuen. As it turned out, that game just does not vibe with me. I played it for 30 minutes and I couldn't get into it. That is not helped by the fact that it did not do well in Japan, and there is little to no data about the game anywhere. Like, there's no Japanese fan site that has the story translated that I could find. The menus are only barely and vaguely translated on Akurasu. There's just no interest in the game. And for a brief moment, in November, I was going to do a what is Link Battler and what is Super Robo Gakuen, until yesterday when it's like, no, I am not entertained by this game. I am not having fun. I'm not going to force myself to do a video on a game that I already know I'm not having fun with. Therefore, we will see here and now the forced commitment to what will replace the secondary slot on a Friday, 3 p.m. Bruh, that was not according to plan. I clicked on edit instead of spin, like a dumbass. Well, all fucking right. Treasure of the Ruja on the Super Pretendo. That should be certainly interesting as fuck. It was a game that I had heard about a couple years ago, back when I got my PC, when I was looking around at stuff. And I had recently remembered that it existed, and I had to look it up to find out what it was called. But that's how it landed there. We almost played some more Deception. But hell yeah. However, I have one more wheel I need to spin to sate my soul. And as I said, Robot Wars F Final will wrap up this month. I've said and said and said and promised, and I'm going to really try to hold myself to it. The next game should finish up the alpha timeline. Sort of. On this wheel, there are 9 slices of Alpha 3 and 1 slice of Alpha for Dreamcast. Let's rotate the board. Alright. I'll be honest, I actually don't know which one of these slices was for Dreamcast. But we are committing to Alpha 3 when F Final wraps up. So, we will run it back. After much of my rambling and prattling on, let us discuss the schedule once again. A little more focused and a little more knowing what's going on and not being distractedly excited. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, noon Central Standard Time. Robot Wars F Final until the end, thus replaced by Alpha 3. Every Thursday and Friday, noon Central Standard Time, SD Gundam Battle Alliance until the end, replaced by the extension of Robot Wars Compact and Compact Color to 4 days. As such, you can see Robot Wars Compact and Compact Color Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at noon Central Standard Time. At Fridays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, will be Hero Chronicle, to be followed up by... let's see if I can't show it. Nope, it went away. Treasure of the Ruja. It's going to spin. It's going to give me something else. We've already seen the wheel. For funsies. Damn. That is one space above it. Now we have to do science. Okay, that's fine. Hey, also, in October, I purchased a Switch. I know that typically I tend to jump on new mecha games as they come out. But it is yet to be announced when the Front Mission remake on the Switch will come out. So I'm not gonna try to commit to a game and then sit there and be like, where's my game? And I need to fill this slot on my schedule. Where's the game? And the game's not even out yet. They haven't announced a release date for it. And that was already an issue when it was only in early October that they finally say that the game was coming out in November. Frankly, it's kind of stupid. But hey, I thank y'all for watching, for being here. for continuing to slowly increase the numbers on the channel. If you wish to participate in increasing numbers, please like the videos so the algorithm will share it to other people. Tell your friends to subscribe if they want, I guess. I would just like to increase number, maybe finally hit that point where I can make money on YouTube. Just to finally reduce my hours and stress from the real life job. So, you know, like the video, throw a comment in there. I tried to get a thing going last month where I wanted y'all to just comment in the video. If you had nothing more productive to say, just comment "cool robot" in every video that you watch. Didn't work. It's fine. I tried to do a thing, didn't work out. It's okay. Also, I have a Twitch, twitch.tv/ACE_Zappa, where you can watch me record anything live. I will not always record everything. You know, the recording, the archiving of video games is primarily for here, for YouTube. But Twitch does get me dollars. So if you ever want to help contribute to the make Zappa stay home and have less stress and be more online, that's a way to do it. And the last thing I finally remembered to mention, which I think for those of you that want to skip to the end to see if I say anything cool or important. As I said at the top, my birthday is November 7th. It is in 7 days from this video. I'll be streaming the last gimmick run of Parasite Eve. If I do one more after this, it's going to be a proper Let's Play. Or maybe one day we'll get a Parasite Eve remaster of some sort. And I'll take that. Like, even if it's just a fucking HD upres, I'll take that shit too. Let's go. But this will be the last year that we're doing weirdo gimmick runs for Parasite Eve. We'll stream that on my days off. We're going to be clubbing. And as is tradition, the VODs will be here available on YouTube starting Christmas in correlation with the in-game calendar. I thank you all for watching. Good night, Space.